booze ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot and I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been to go get up. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All my life I've been to go get up. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, you gonna let me win?
2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
They talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz.
Oh my God, come on.
There, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders
Why are you
are
throwing
going
off
to
your
get the
back
football
foot,
here
bro?
as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early,
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Wayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now Wentz. And he
They're
rifles
down
one
here.
incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by
What?
Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Oh my
Take
God,
this beyond
not
the line of
this
scrimmage
nigga.
as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Oh my God.
Ball thrown right side and complete.
You bum.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization is more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with ETN. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. The Jaguars had 1-7 now on the year, and they come in really scuffling. Losers of 7 of their last 8 games.
And I like where the management is taking this team now because the record, not great, we know that. But now they're looking to the future, using the younger players instead of some of the veterans. They want to see how they produce in the cauldron of an NFL season.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz looking for and finding Arnold once again. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Wentz. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they finally put an end to this return.
In his hand,
Before he's all the way down to the
it came
37.
out.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find it.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Straight ahead, Etienne. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Going to throw right side here, complete. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Etienne up the middle. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Etienne. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, ETN.
Bro, come the fuck on.
Defensively, as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle.
And this time he is in. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakan. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Let's go now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
What
and
a
the
shitty
Raiders are
ball.
going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Hurts. will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
On first down, Drake. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And some room to run now.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return here for Agnew, and they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Where are you throwing this, bro?
Another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Here's Drake one more time on second down.
Come on, bro.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I have no fucking
That one
ability.
good for 13 and a Raider first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Up the middle they go with Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on second and 13. Hurts. It's complete to Drake. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll set up a throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wentz on the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders have recovered.
You can't make this up. You really can't.
These defenders,
Your corner just hits
it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Darius Williams in there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run up the middle with Drake. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
19 White. 60 Mountain. 60 Mountain. Ready.
Now a draw play with Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the gun, it's Drake. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? You have the receivers.
Oh, bro, come the fuck on.
Tight end, they can do their damage a different way. Break a few tackles and really scatter some people.
This is crazy.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He'll look to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller.
Bro, why are you making me go for the ball like
Raiders.
Yo.
Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
How does he sit on the fucking route? Oh my God, does it?
They'll mark him down right about the 1 yard line.
Crazy.
Gosh, you add up last last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
This nigga's on the fucking floor.
As he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Steps away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. This one complete to Christian Kirk. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, kill. Hey, force, don't kill. This 5-7.
Throwing now is Wentz. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
81. Hey, kill.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And down he goes. Brought down.
Force 5 right tackle just coming there.
Chandler Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say,
Bro, get the
question,
fuck out of here.
And punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
And now here is another interception. picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
82.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Hurts fumbles it. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Santoso now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
But first down, Hurts will find his tight end. That's Waller.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stop.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out